Cooking with Glenn and Katie.
Today, I'll be making some dinner rolls, some pull-apart dinner rolls, and they are so simple to make.
They're delicious as well. And while you're watching today's video, please be sure to check out the description box below where we have a link to the detailed recipe that will show you the step-by-step instructions for everything we're gonna be doing today. So, are you ready to get started?
Yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is proof the yeast, and to do that I have 1 1/3 cups of water. I'll put this in the mixing bowl, and then to that I'm going to add 5 teaspoons of sugar, and then I'll put the yeast in, and you can put 1 pack of the rapid rise yeast, but I get in bulk. I make a lot of bread, and so I use a little bit less than a tablespoon of yeast. I'm gonna put that in here, sprinkle that on the top, and now I'm gonna whisk it all together, and I'll let it sit for 10 minutes. See the yeast? Got a lot of foam on there, so I know that if anything happens to this recipe, it's not the yeast's fault. When you make the bread dough, since we're making rolls, feel free to use a tablespoon of butter instead of the tablespoon of whatever oil. Like I use canola oil, use butter. Next, I'm going to put in 3 1/2 cups of bread flour. I'm going to put in 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. And now I'm going to mix this together. I'll start this on low until things have started to mix in together, and in about 30 seconds to a minute I'll turn it on the next higher level speed, and I will set it for 8 minutes. It's been 8 minutes. If it sticks on the side of the bowl or the bottom of the bowl, you just add 1 teaspoon of flour and let it knead it a little bit more, and then you may need to add a little bit more until it's like this. Now I'm going to shape the dough. It's already been kneaded, so I'm going to press it, and I'm going to make a rectangle out of it about 6 inches wide and 12 inches long. So I'm just going to press it into that shape. I finally finished shaping the dough, and it's in a rectangular shape, 12 inches by 6 inches. I melted a 1/2 stick of butter, or 4 tablespoons, and I used part of it to coat this pan here. I coated it very well. We're making rolls, so why not coat it with butter? Now I'm ready to take this dough and place it in the center of this pan. Again, 12 inches and 6 inches. It's going to expand and we'll manipulate it, but let's start with 12 inches by 6 inches. The bread is ready for the first rise, but before I put it in the oven, I'm going to turn the oven to 350 degrees for about 1 minute. That's going to warm up the oven. I'm going to turn the oven light on. I'm also going to microwave a towel for 30 seconds, and that will warm it up. The towel is warm. I'm going to spread it across the pan here. I'm going to turn the oven off. It's warmed up just a little bit. I'm going to place this in the oven for a 20-minute rise. I just took the dough out of the oven. It's been 20 minutes and I think it's doubled in size. Let's look at it. See, it's gotten a lot larger. And now I'm going to press all the carbon dioxide bubbles out of it and press it down so it fills the bottom of the tray here. And bread can kind of be sticky. You see it's a little bit sticky here. And I'm going to stick my hand in some cold ice water. It's cold water. And now I can push it and my hands don't stick. I'm just going to push this down, push all the air bubbles out. If my fingers start sticking again, I'll just put a little bit more water on them. I've been pressing for a while, and now I'm going to kind of flatten it out. And what I did, I kind of stretched the dough, took all the carbon dioxide out, and now it's flat in the pan. I'll be cutting the dough with this dough cutter, and to do that, I'll just make it easier and just slide through the bread. I'm putting some butter right on the edge. And now I will be cutting this into 18 pieces. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the side. Start right here. Make a firm cut. Go right here and make a firm cut. Do it right here. Turn it around. We'll cut this in half. Then I'm going to cut these every 2 inches, or this is going to be in thirds. And you cut it all the way through or the pan bottom. I'll come over here and cut this one in thirds too. So there we go. We've got 18 pieces now, and it's ready to be put into the oven for the second rise. Now I'm going to put the pan in the oven just like I did before to let the dough rise for 20 minutes. I took the dough out of the oven and I turned the oven to 375 degrees so it could preheat. Let's look at the dough. Oh, it's perfect. The dough has risen to about 1 inch from the top, and it will finish rising once I put it back in the oven. But right now, I've got an egg wash, and this is 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water, and I've mixed it up real well. And I'm gonna put it on top of each one of the rolls. This will make the rolls brown better. The oven has preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, and now it's time to put the dough in the oven. And here's what it looks like. I just put the pan in the oven, and I'm going to cook the rolls for 20 minutes. But at the 10-minute mark, I'm going to turn the pan around so it will cook evenly. I just removed the bread pan from the oven, and I am so happy. These rolls are beautiful. Now I'm going to put some butter on them. I put lots and lots of butter because everyone seems to love butter on these rolls, and it just melts into them. And look, I'm going to continue to put butter on it, but I'm using the last of the 4 tablespoons. I'm gonna use it all. Oh, this is beautiful. I've buttered the rolls, and now I'm gonna take them out of the pan and put them on a cooling rack. And they are so soft and so easy to remove all of these out of the pan. Now just look at that. I'll break these apart. They just tear apart very, very easily. Just look at that. Look how they just break apart. And look how beautiful they are inside and how fluffy.
Today we have some wonderful toppings for our dinner rolls. We have plain butter, cinnamon butter, and some wonderful peach jam that was made from scratch by our friend Gina. For my taste test, I'm gonna put some plain salted butter on my dinner roll. Dad graciously went ahead and cut my roll in half with a serrated knife, so it's ready to go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up and get a little bit of this butter and give it a try. I'm so excited. It looks amazing. I'm gonna butter the rest of the roll in a minute, but for the taste testing portion, we'll start with this. All right, let's see. That's amazing. Moist on the inside, has a nice texture on the outside. Tastes perfectly like a dinner roll that you want to savor at any meal that you'd make for yourself or for friends or for holidays. This is the perfect dinner roll. And I'm sure if you did add some sweet toppings to it, that would be delicious as well. But with the salted butter, you can't go wrong. This is an absolutely fantastic, extremely easy recipe. You definitely have to give it a try.
These rolls have the consistency of Hawaiian rolls, but they're not sweet. The buns would be great for sliders. After holidays, if you have turkey and ham left over, they make great little sandwiches. I'm gonna put butter on mine. Then I'm gonna put some peach jam. This is good stuff. I like it a lot. Now let me take a taste. Oh, that bite was delicious. And even the next day when reheated, these rolls are wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
If you haven't subscribed, please be sure to do so, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you're updated on all of our new videos. Comment below, give us a thumbs up, and we will see you with our next video.
See ya.